All right, today's episode of the Kraken Up podcast, we got a pretty cool guest, probably world most famous RC YouTuber, I'd have to say.
Hmm.
Today's guest is Greg Cummings, North Carolina native, uh, probably like one of the OGs, especially in the oval RC racing world. Greg, how you doing today?
Doing good, doing good. Awesome to be here.
I apologize because I was supposed to be here. We're supposed to do this an hour ago, but I took a last minute wrap install job Thursday, and that went about 3 hours longer than I wanted it to. So we
Oh
had to
yeah,
push it back a little bit. So I'm glad you're accommodating and we could still get this in.
oh yeah. We made room today, so I actually put off a video that we were getting ready to make till tomorrow, so they'll be all right.
Yeah, I saw you were going to be going road course racing and you put it off to do this. Felt
Yeah, I put
special.
off the road course with the Losi NASCARs today. I've been having a hard time even getting to the track period lately, just because busy life and in general. So it is what it
Yeah.
is.
What do you think of those Losi NASCARs, just in general?
Um, I like it. I like it when we all get the same junk and you have to make it fast because it's not really a race car.
Yep.
But racers will turn it into a race car with all the
Oh, yeah.
fine tuning and getting that tenth out of it, trying to get that tenth out of it.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I was out of it for about 6 months. I went back the other week and was way off. And then the fast guys helped me get me back in the at least in the range there, but I'm still a few tenths off.
Do you guys run like box stock rules or do you allow
It's
upgrades?
it's box stock minus they're allowing like I think it's some Helios battery, and then there's a Power Hobbies, I think a 2000.
Mhm.
I don't know why they're doing that, but I didn't trim anything off my car as far as the plugs and stuff. So if I do go somewhere, I'm still it's 100% legit minus the battery for whatever reason.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been running it since it came out, kind of all over the place. Everyone has them. It's always the biggest class. And the thing I love about it the most is so how we run it, the only thing you're allowed to change is the radio. You can run your like proper radio. Um, but it's the cars drive like crap for the most part. They don't
Yep,
really track well, but like everyone has the same car and the
exactly.
racing is awesome. Like a couple of the ones we were at last year, I think there was 28, 29 of them, and they ran 12 in a main. And from qualifying from first to 12th, I think was like half a lap difference.
Yeah, that's the way we were last week. This was just a kind of an impromptu money race. It's like $60 to win, so it wasn't like we want to fight over it. But we had 22 cars, and then they run
Yep.
the truck class, and they run the exact same rules, just truck body. So there's no
Mhm.
difference. I would like to see a difference in speed, honestly, but I don't know how you would do it, honestly, without changing the car
Yeah.
between the
Yeah.
truck and the.
Yeah. That was one thing like I was nervous about, and I hope doesn't go down that path is when Horizon and Proline started having all these like different tires and different bodies. And I was hoping that everyone wouldn't develop like 15 different versions of the class and then all the classes have 5 cars in them.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't need, like, I know we would probably tend to make like a modified class or like an open class, but that's going to, I don't know, this is going to take the fun out of it, I think. I think we
Yeah.
need to just keep ourselves under control and try to stay in that box. Um,
Yeah. I mean, the way I always see it is like stuff like that is like that, like one RC, like that's meant to be kind of a box stock
yeah.
racing. Like if you want to, I mean, racers are always going to want to hop everything up as
Racers
much as
are our own worst enemies. We will screw some stuff up.
like if you want to go that hard on a $200 Losi car, why don't you just buy a proper pan car or
Right.
on road car or whatever? Like, and dude, that's what those are for. This is like to get people in. It's supposed to be fun,
This
low
is a
budget.
gateway.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
tried similar things like that years ago at King. We did started the RJ Speed spec mods,
Hmm.
and we ran the chassis had to be box stock, 100% bushings, everything, no bearings. We ran all the same brush motor, speed controller, and then your servo had to be under $100 retail. Um, the speed control had to be under 100 retail. Tried to keep it at least reasonable, but you had options.
Yeah.
And it worked until, like always, the fast guys get fast. And then the
Mm,
guys that aren't so fast, you try to help them. They just get frustrated and quit coming.
yeah.
And then that's what spawned the Grand National thing with rubber tires.
Yep.
That 20-turn brush motor was overpowering, so you had to let off.
Mm,
So it put the driver back into it, but same deal. Started getting faster and faster and faster. And then people just started, they just quit coming.
yeah.
But
Yeah, rubber tire racing on carpet, I think that's my favorite pan car class.
yeah, it's a great equalizer. And I have not had a chance to try those new tires yet.
The
Our shop
BSR.
did get some, the
Yeah.
accelerates or whatever they are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
we went to a race in July, the Firecracker at Norcar, and that's I think when they were first coming out. So not everybody had them, and there was a handful of guys who ran them. My dad was one of them. I stayed on the CRCs just because I didn't have any. They were faster, but I don't know if it's something. There's just a fluke or a bad batch, but there was a handful of guys where by the end of the weekend, all the foam was pushing over and is like creating like a bead
bunching up on the back.
Yeah, it's a kind of bead on the edge and starting to come apart. So
Does it have that dead space like the CRCs, like the airspace in them? Or are they
not
more
really.
like a cap?
Yeah, it's a little bit, but it's not nearly as much as the CRC. They're nice and flat on the surface. They have a nice sidewall. Is where the CRC is like a balloon donut type deal.
Right.
Which it's crazy to me that it's taken that long for someone else to get in that market.
I figured Josh would be the one to do it, if anybody, because he was trying to get rubber tires on pan cars for years. He had that dually wheel. Did you go run 2 touring car wheels on the rear? It looked like a BSR wheel, but it had 4 tires on the back. Trying to find a good, whatever, belted touring car tire, and you'd mount it to a pan car wheel.
Huh.
6 tires on the pan car.
So you brought up King, and I think we talked about like where we kind of like either met or got some kind of connection. I would imagine King was the original melting pot of where you had met my family, my dad and my grandfather Ron, right?
I think that's where it started. I think it was your dad and your grandfather, because I was posting up pictures of the track. It was kind of a fluke situation. Me and my buddy were going up to Pilot Mountain, the big mountain up there, and just to go rock crawling. And this was 2008. We weren't really into crawling, but my buddy's dad bought a truck, and we just took him up there playing. And we drove right past where the track used to be. And so let's check it out and see if it's there. And it was there in bad shape, trees, blackberry bushes, all the stuff. And I put the word out there for about 4 years, and it was just a fluke situation that one of my buddies, the owners of the facility, was in the middle of divorce. And it was just a fluke situation that the wife was at a dinner party at his work's Christmas party thing, and the ex-husband showed up. Well, he was there they were still getting along, I guess, but for whatever reason, he was getting a little tipsy, and he's like, "Hey, man, why don't you let us clean that track up?" He says, "I don't care what you do, as long as the dude in the building don't care." So that opened the door, and we started cleaning in 2012, and that's somewhere in that windows where your dad or your grandpa reached out or commented on a picture or something. And I guess that was your early days of printing, because you made a search not long after that.
Yeah. It's funny. I was thinking about that today during the install when I was thinking about some of the stuff we were going to talk about. And it reminded me, like, so when I started the business, my grandfather, he lived in a trailer, and that's where I started. It was in a spare bedroom in his trailer. So like,
Awesome.
I think it's funny. Like, some of the stuff like we were doing, like looking back on it, it wasn't like obviously nearly as good as the stuff we do now, but like we were shipping stuff like all over. We were printing stuff for Trinity, for you guys, and just like all kinds of like local customers. And like if they knew how it was being made, they would have never ordered
Yeah, seriously, you ordered it from my spare bedroom.
Like,
I mean, I'm sure we had a lot of high-end print shops around here. We're right in the
yeah,
middle of NASCAR. There's companies everywhere. I mean, I drive
yep,
through Welcome every day, and there's a big silkscreen shop right there and all kinds of stuff. But
yep,
you were doing the RC stuff, and I guess it just resonated to all of us RC people. And you were already doing some stuff, I guess, and it just kind of, hey, that guy's doing RC stuff, so let's go there.
yeah, yeah. It's funny because like I had a single color press. I didn't even have like emulsion or anything. I made all the screens out of cut vinyl that I cut backwards and stuck to the screens.
You're basically
And
like painting bodies.
yeah, exactly. And then I would so I needed to get a conveyor dryer to dry these because at that point I was drying every single shirt with a heat gun, which was brutally painful.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but I didn't have like I was maxed out on power to get like a 220 in there, so I ended up buying a generator and put it outside the room that I was in and ran the generator all night.
You
It
made it
was
work. Look where it got you.
yeah, it was a hustle for sure.
Yeah, I
I
lived in a
wish
trailer one time, and I was actually restoring pedal cars in the spare bedroom. That's where I
yeah
started painting bodies. Was the back bedroom, and then one of the guys at work, because I was always screwing off painting Hot Wheels cars and stuff when I was in the body shop, and one of the drivers recognized that, so he wanted me to restore a pedal car, and I had it in my spare bedroom, sanding Bondo and stuff, in the true redneck style. So,
yeah
but
it's
it led to a lot of connections. But
yeah
uh,
I it's in like I wish I would have done more like content or like photos or video. But at the time, my whole objective was like to not make it look so
they don't
grassroots.
need to see behind the scenes; they need to see the product.
Yeah, yeah. But now I wish I had that because it'd be cool
Yeah.
to have and show.
It'd be cool if you
But
just had a couple of clips, just some of the
yeah,
crude start.
like my employees now, like will complain about stuff. I'm like, I don't think you have idea of how good you have it. You could
Oh
have
yeah,
been doing I did it. Puffing fumes in a little room for hours on end.
that's been my body shop career. I started in a shed, one car shed after school, working with my buddy's dad, and then
Mhm.
led to being a prepper at an actual shop, bigger shops, and then I went tried to get out of the business and started working on jets with Honda, and then COVID happened.
Yep.
uh, Cut that out. So then I went back completely backwards and went to work for an old friend in a shed behind his house. And then now we've
Yeah.
got two shops going again.
Yeah.
And my guys complained like, okay, well, 4 years ago we were in a two-car metal garage. Now you got a paint booth and a building and heat.
Yeah.
So
So that's what you do now.
yeah,
Like body
um,
work.
I'm not painting and bodying much anymore. I'm more of a shop foreman, but I still have to stand in because we are short staffed. Getting
Yep.
anybody to do anything these days is not easy.
Yeah.
Um, so whenever the painter needs to be out or a body man needs help, I'm just there to stand in.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
So
missed a lot of opportunities for YouTube stuff and everything else in the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, I look back, it's like, man, the whole 2020, I was laid off. I built my truck and I didn't record any of it,
yeah,
and that would have been something.
those trucks
I
are
did
sweet.
start recording King in 2012. I got the first video the first day we went up there and we're allowed to clean it, and that's the last I did. Then I didn't record any of the actual process, nothing.
Yeah. Those trucks that you built were sweet.
Yeah, I think I got one more in me before I hang it up. I'll be
Yeah.
52 this year, so um, I want one more, but we'll see.
Do you
I
keep
got a
them
kid
all?
in college right now, so that's what I'm dealing with. So we got to get past that first.
Yeah. Do you keep those trucks or you sell them?
I sell them off.
Yeah.
Usually, my S10 I had for about 10 years, and then I built the Mitsubishi right around the same time as we were working on King. Sold it after about 5 years, and then I bought that last truck right in January of 2020,
Yeah.
and by the summer we were laid off from Honda, and I built that truck through the summer, and then I didn't paint it till I done moved on and was working with this other guy and working in his shop. So it was a 2-year process, and then never really loved that truck, but wanted to build. It was convenient at the time. My buddy owned it. It was clean and pretty well built, and all I had to do was make it my own. So I just stripped it and redid the bodywork and stuff. And,
Yeah.
so it wasn't really a full thing I did, but I did a lot.
What goes into like the paint work on those trucks? How many hours do you have to put into something like that? They're very detailed.
Now that one, the didn't quite have as intricate of a paint scheme because it didn't go through the jams and stuff like graphics and stuff like the green truck before it.
Mm-hmm.
I got to a point where screw it, we're going to paint it. I got tired of nitpicking it because you'll just overanalyze it to death if you got any kind of OCD.
Yeah.
And I got to a point where, all right, I'm not going to modify anything else. I'm done. We're going to paint it. And that was probably a year process of just prepping it because I changed the doors, I changed the bed because I didn't like the way the bed on the original build was. Did a lot of modifications to the tailgate, just different things. And I'm old now, so I wanted door handles. So I had to put new doors on it because I didn't want the shaved doors is cool, but they're annoying.
Yeah. You just do it Earnhardt style, just crawl through the window.
Yeah, just crawl through the window. I about had to do that a few times on my S10. I had to knock a window out. But yeah, that's probably once it's ready to paint. Once you're ready to pull the trigger, that's probably the 10% of the 90% of the work you do. Once it's ready to paint, we blew it apart and painted everything separate and had it painted in a weekend. And then I took it back home, let it sit for a week, and then I sanded the entire surface and did my graphics, and then re-cleared the truck. And then let that sit for a while, and then block it and buff it. So it's probably, I don't know, probably close to 200 hours-ish.
Yeah.
Man hours.
Yeah.
Once it's ready to paint to finished product with that paint scheme, which wasn't really crazy. It's just that stripe through the bed and stuff sucked, but I figured that separates the men from the boys when you actually put paint in the bed because a lot of guys just put bed liner in it because it's easier and it looks good. It looks great, but if you can actually get the bed straight and paint the floor, that's a lot of work that a lot of people don't want to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah, I always thought those were really cool.
And your dad had some trucks. That's where we went back and forth. He sent me some pictures of some S10s and stuff he had back in the day, lower trucks and stuff.
Yeah, it's that was a phase for him for sure. That and that weird like chin strap facial hair he was rocking.
Oh yeah. I never had that one. I didn't keep up with the latest fashions. I was always like anti-mini trucker. I was still listening to metal and made the mullet and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't go that route. I wasn't a cool guy.
So, well, actually, I showed you this earlier, but I'm gonna show everyone now. I actually have one of your RC paint jobs here.
I think that was around 2015-ish.
Yeah, I think so.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was right when our print business was starting to like get some legs, and I wanted to have like some sick paint work. So I sent you, actually I have my original one here too. This is one that my dad had done, and I ran this paint scheme for, I don't know, 6 to 8 years probably, just slightly different variations of that. But I wanted to do something kind of cool and new, and I always loved like that marble effect in the paint work. So I sent you over the original body. I said I kind of want it the same but different, and I wanted to use that marble effect, and you killed it.
I like the open ended. Give me these colors and kind of like this, and do your thing.
Yeah.
And I remember that day, as far as the day I was telling you earlier, my daughter, I took a picture because we were taking it to the post office.
Mm-hmm.
I had a day. I remember that day exactly because my buddy worked at RCR. He was wasn't quite retiring, but he was. It's funny how those businesses work when them guys are like really in from the beginning. Richard would really take care of them guys, and Well, my buddy was moving, and he called me that morning and said, "Hey, I'm cleaning out my basement. Come get this stuff, or it's going in the dumpster." And he gave me about, I don't know, a truckload and a half of his RC stuff.
Yeah.
And well, I just finished up an Earnhardt body that I've had for, it's been 10 years since I feel bad, but we've been in communications. I've had it on the shelf and it's been on the back burner. And I just finished it up and put a display chassis under it. And I need to get that mailed to him, but I've just now wrapped that up 10 years later. That day, we went to the post office and dropped your body off, went to his house, and he lived right by RCR. And I took my daughter over to the museum. We walked around that day. I remember exactly how we did it. Yeah. And he said, "This is the only thing I want to keep. Is this body. Paint me up a 3-car and send it back to me whenever you get done with it." And it's been 10 years. He's a good sport. We still talk. He's still on Instagram and stuff. And but he lives about 3 hours from me, so I'm gonna put it in the mail next week.
Yeah,
finally.
10 years to print the most simple paint scheme in NASCAR.
Yeah, 3 colors. It took me 10 years. It's just funny. One of them things you just kept putting off. Then you forget about it. Then you see it again. It's like, man. Then I was holding off trying not to paint it because it's like, I need somebody to backfill this body and see if they can reproduce it. I don't know how that works, but it's an Era Coupe Monte Carlo and nobody makes a good one.
Yeah.
Bowlink made the best looking Era Coupe Monte Carlo back in the day. Yeah. And that was a brand new body. I wish we could have backfilled it. Then I was scared it'd mess it up. Then it's only one of one.
Right.
I have reached out to Sabula and they don't have the part number. I've got the part number, but they said they don't have the mold. They got a bunch of molds from South Carolina a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And they got all kinds of Bowlink molds except that one.
Right.
So it would have been 1-to-1.
Yeah, my dad was in the body business for a year or two.
Yeah, I still got one. I hadn't painted. The car body, the slam. Oh, yeah.
You did
the mod body, I guess.
Yeah.
Actually, the truck body's still on my truck, and I need to run it next week. I got a battery. I got a demo for some a Chinese hobby company, and I don't really have an off-road track nearby to actually run it. And our oval tracks, pan cars are just breakout. Okay. So that's not going to really put it to the test, but I'm going to probably go run it Tuesday. And but it's still got the next oval body on it from when he sent me a couple.
You can put it to the test of breakout. You just won't win.
Well, breakout's consistency. So as long as it don't fade, we're good.
My wife has been racing the last year or two, and that's mainly what she runs is breakout. She just got a Losi car last year, so now she runs both classes there. But so it's funny. Breakout, I always thought was the easiest thing to do, and I never had done it. But I'm like, if I ran that, I'd probably just win. And she, I don't know, halfway through the weekend, my dad's wife was with us, and they ended up going like to lunch, so she missed some of her qualifiers and stuff. So I was like, I'll just run the last qualifier, and I'll put it in the show, and I'll probably win the main. And I didn't make the show, actually. I was like in the B main. I won the B main, bumped up, and I'm like, I think I got in a wreck or something. So I was still pretty confident. I was like, I'm going to win this thing from the back, easy, no problem. And I was so frustrated because I couldn't do anything because everyone was running like it was like a 5-0
wide break. Open doing their lap times. That's all you can do.
The top 2 guys ran 5-0s the whole time, and I ran 5-0s the whole time, and I couldn't do anything about
it. That's the breakout. Breakout. The beauty of it is not having to have the best of the best, like cars and stuff. But then it comes down to you're racing for thousands. You're not racing for tenths anymore. You're running a 507. He's running a 503. He's pulling away. Yeah, it's a 50. But it's so tight. Mm-hmm. And we ran 10-minute mains. So it gave you time if you broke out or if you got in a wreck. You did have time. I have come back. And we used to play mind games with each other and try to push each other to break out. Run just a little bit wide, get them to dive under you a little bit. Just make them think they have a hole, and then they'll shoot under you and break out.
Yep.
The same deal with the Speedway. That was awesome. That was the perfect class. The 8.0 trucks on the Speedway, on the big track.
Yep.
Because you had so many different lines. You knew if you came off of turn 2 just right, you're going to have to give up some on turn 4. You need to come off wide. You need to lose a tenth or lose a few thousandths. And it became a science, and it was the that was my favorite, was breakout truck outside. That was best class. It was fast enough, and the race was long enough. It ended up being like over 100 laps, or 75 laps in 10 minutes. All you could do at 8 seconds. So the math works out. So
Yeah.
it was interesting. And we ran 500 lap races out there with breakout.
Oh wow.
You talk about a freaking marathon. Trying to, and we wouldn't do live pit stops. We'd break it up into 3 segments, just like NASCAR. But we'd come down pit road and miss the loop, so everybody would stop. Don't go across the loop. Run back to your pit area, change your battery, and then come back, and then starts the clock back up.
Yeah.
And then run another. We did like 150, 150, and then we did the Canberra 400 that way. We did 150, 150, and did 100 lap. And then Chris would break it down at the end. He said, "We're going down and dirty on the last 100. I'm not calling any lap times."
Oh,
so you're already tired from running 300 laps. And he's calling your laps, and you're thinking, you can keep up with your radio, because we're going up and down on the end points while we're driving.
Yep.
And he said, "At last 100, you better be on it, because I'm not calling any lap times. I'm just calling positions. So if you're in the front and all of a sudden you're in the back, you broke out."
Yeah. But you don't know by how much.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You have to look at the sheet when it's over with.
Yeah.
Or stay up there and mess with the guy you just passed and try to mess him up.
Yeah.
Not wreck him, but just try to get him to break out.
Yeah. I remember it was like 30 seconds to go, and I couldn't go any faster without breaking out. And I was so tempted to just turn it all the way up and just start blowing by people just to fuck with everybody. But I didn't do it.
Yeah, that happens. That's frustration to get to you. We had a few guys that would go out there and start blowing people's doors off, and it's like, all right, 3 laps, you're done.
Yeah.
You done broke out 4 times, you're not going to come back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It gave me a new respect for it, for sure.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's a different style of racing. It's different altogether.
Yeah.
It's just about making that thing rock solid and consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And we tried all kinds of crazy battery configurations because we didn't have any rules. It just don't break out.
Yeah.
There's guys running 3 cells outside on a big track to keep the voltage consistency.
Mm-hmm.
I had an awesome battery on our club racing. It was we ran 10-minute mains, which is 75 or about 80 laps, 90 laps. Run an A123 battery, this large cells, 4 of them. And that battery I'd go out there in just a pre-race just to make a few laps, hot laps, and it would be running 7.8, 7.9, and then once it hit 8.0, it would stay there. And it wasn't like a LiPo. That thing had just a little bit of a peak, and then it just flat. And it would stay flat until it was about dead, and then it would fall off.
Right.
It sucked on the big races because it wouldn't go 125 laps. I'll be bumping my influence all the way up, and it never would keep up. But our 10-minute mains, it was awesome. I just peg it and go and hit my marks. And I had 1 battery. I won that same battery in the truck class for probably 2 years.
Yeah.
But it was a good one.
Yeah. 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 I mean, it's definitely a great class to learn that, because I know Audrey, my wife, her driving is 100% better than it used to be when she first started. She actually almost won. So at the new track that I was talking about in Cattaraugus, they split up the Losi NASCAR into 2 groups, like a pro and like just regular. Yeah. So that way, there's a lot of new guys who had just bought kits and they're just kind of getting into it. So they didn't want to discourage everybody. So they kind of broke us up into 2 groups. And she ran that last week, and she was leading, I think at like the 2-minute mark, she ended up getting the lead. And I think she got in a wreck or something at the very end and ended up second. But running the breakout consistently has made her better in just about everything. So, and it
because it kind of lends itself to the NASCARs, because the Losi NASCARs, if you get out of the groove, they tend to push or they're going to traction roll. So you got to hit your marks, and that breakout, doing that consistent lap after lap, would help in that situation, I would think.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's fun because the Losi NASCAR at the track we run at, you have to let up, but she's not a fan of doing. So I think it's helped her she's now comfortable with knowing when to turn, hitting the mark. So now she can add the second element of
add some car control in the mix.
Yeah. So it was funny. So I let her run my 1RC, and in that class they break the straightaway up, and they have a corner in the middle of the straightaway, so it's like a
Yeah.
smaller track for them. But you can run the 1RC wide open. And when she went out to practice, she doesn't really run 1RC often. I said, just when you go out there, just run it wide open. If you let up, it kind of unloads and just spins out. So just run it wide open. Don't let up for anything. And so she puts it down and she just punches it full throttle, like from the standing start.
Okay.
I said, well, you got to get it up to speed first.
After you get up to speed, then lock it in.
So that was funny. So your YouTube channel, I guess I didn't realize how big it was until I was doing some digging over the last couple of weeks on you. Was it 26,000 followers on YouTube?
Yeah, right around 26,000. I've been pushing, trying to get 30 this year.
Yeah.
I don't foresee us ever being able to get that plaque anytime soon. It takes 100K to get that one, but yeah, I'm not a personality. I'm not a Cletus. I'm not the Kevin Talbot guy. I can't keep up with these guys that are buying or getting all these cars for free or buying them.
Yeah.
I just figured I'm doing this stuff anyways. A couple years ago, I already had the channel. Like I said, I had it since 2008. I was just posting up vintage races from King, Fort Mill, South Carolina, a couple of our old, like, big races from back in the day. And this is probably like 2 years ago. Me and my buddies were at work and we were just flipping around and looked and said, I still got a YouTube channel. I looked on, I had 257 subscribers. I said, dang, I'm almost 1,000. Well, not almost, but we're on our way. You have to have 1,000 subscribers. And you have to have so many hours. I can't even remember now. It's only been a couple of years. I think it's like 4,000 watch hours in a year to be monetized.
Okay, yeah.
And my first video was that May, and I was out running 1RCs on my driveway. I said, I'm just going to start putting random crap up and see what happens.
Yeah.
And started getting a little less camera shy. I was always the worst with that. But started to grow. A couple of them hit pretty good. The truck show stuff hits great, but you got to play that algorithm now. You got to be careful not to go too far off of what you're normally showing, because there's not a person sending your videos out there. It's an algorithm. And if your audience is watching this, this, and this, and then you hit them with something out here in left field, it just throws it off.
Yeah.
And of course, I did that a couple of weeks ago. I took my daughter to my youngest. We went to the Universal Studios, and I made just a little short video. It just made no sense whatsoever, and it just threw everything off. There's no cars, no RC. But we're not huge. We're not. It doesn't pay very well. It's a lot of work for $50 a week.
Yeah.
That's not where we're at. But like I said, once King closed, my mentality towards racing changed a little bit, and I never really got out of the hobby, and I was still painting. But I wanted to get to the point where I'm not painting for people. I cannot stand taking orders just now, because of all customers I've ever dealt with in all my years of painting real cars and stuff, is the worst customers have been the RC customers, in a sense of the urgency. I got to have it this weekend. We're going racing, and it's your fault if they don't get it, if they don't make it. And I had I got a handful of customers I still do work for. Yeah. I got my core group, but the general public just don't understand what it takes. And plus, I'm older now. Eyesight's not quite there. And plus, I have family stuff. I mean, I was 2, 3 in the morning painting bodies just to keep up, and always having 25 bodies when you come home, and they're stacked up on the shelf waiting on you.
Yeah.
And it took a lot of the fun out of it. So once I started this, I just wanted to be more of I do give some instructions, but I try to be more of just you're hanging out and we're painting a body. And if we learn something, so be it.
You're like the Bob Ross of RC YouTube channel.
We make happy little mistakes. That's how you figure things out. That's how you figure out that marbleized look on your body. And you drop something on it. Oh, dang, that looks cool, though. Or you figure out how overspray looks cool, or, different tricks and stuff. So I see something, I'll try it. Like, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, this body back here, this welded body. somebody was posting up. It was some viral video on Facebook about doing titanium welding. So I do that on a body. So we did it all with candies and chromes and just tried it. The cartoon body, the scribbly stuff, that took off.
Yeah.
There was some dude on there with like Dawn dishwashing soap and a spray paint, and it had like 50,000 views. And I tried it, and it did okay. But just showing people things they can do at home, and I don't claim to be an expert, but just years of experience. I'm definitely not the best. These guys are crazy now, like Bradley Fineline and some of these other guys. That stuff's nutty. How they can cut a straight line with liquid mask, I don't know.
Yeah. If it wasn't for wraps, my bodies would be white.
Oh, if it wasn't for a vinyl cutter, mine would be painted, but I'd be calling you for some stickers. But
it's funny you see, the RC customers are some of the most difficult and demanding, because that couldn't be more true.
Yeah, I mean, I had some really good ones, and I had some that really rubbed me the wrong way. I mean, it wasn't many. I mean, for the most part, everybody was really cool, and we all understand how things go. But I had a couple that just didn't know me or didn't know the situations, and like I was doing this as a business, but I wasn't. You know, this is my at night thing and weekends to help support me racing, because I've always been super low budget, and I had to paint a couple bodies, you know, buy a part or something.
Right.
And then it got way too demanding. I was like, no, y'all are worse than restoration customers on a real car that I'm charging you thousands of dollars on, and I'm charging you like $50, and you're wearing me out.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, it's funny. Like we have a lot of really good RC customers that are, like you said, are super cool, but you'll get that one in probably 60 that's just like makes you not even ever want to do one ever again.
Right.
They're just so
I got
brutal.
two in mind that really pretty much ruined it for everybody. But for the most part, I got my little circle of friends that my buddy Eric and Chris, they provide a lot of this stuff that's on the channel. I mean, I don't own these cars for the most part. I own a lot of them, but my buddy Eric, and especially Chris builds his own stuff. But Eric likes all the little doodads and trinkets, and if they make a hop up, he wants it. And I do too. I mean, I like all the cool stuff on there. So he'll buy all the stuff. We'll build it on the channel. Then we'll paint it, you know, and then it'll sit on the shelf, and we might run it once. I got trucks like the one on the shirt you just made on this shirt.
Yeah.
That one's been on the shelf for over a year, and we haven't even turned it on. So it's got all the latest then a year ago stuff on it.
Yeah.
It's probably a $1,500 crawler just hanging on the wall, never been in the dirt. So, but it's cool. And we're getting ready to do some NASCARs. He's got since we went and raced last week and noticed the truck class is kind of growing, so we're going to build 2 trucks, and then he wants to build a cheater car, not to try to compete with anybody, but he wants to buy all the stuff and put everything on it and just see if it is any better.
Right. Yeah, that's fun.
But the tire war we were talking about earlier, tires.
Yep.
The BSRs were the control tire for Oval Masters this year on the Losis.
Yep.
And they're definitely more consistent from what I've heard. But
yeah, we ran.
But I don't have any reason to try because we're going to run box stock for the most part. So
yeah, we bought some, and like I said, our new local track is actually our old local track. It closed in like '99, just reopened. Like it was untouched for 20 whatever years. I guess they blew the dust off it, put some new paint on the walls, and we've been running. And when we went up to just like test the track for them, see if it was going to be functional and usable, we brought the standard Losi tire, Proline tire, whatever, and then we brought the BSRs just to mess around with, and it was it's a superior tire for sure.
It's probably a little more round.
Yeah, it's a very nice tire, but like I said earlier, I think before the show started, the beauty of that class is how it's not a perfect car.
Yes.
Like it wanders, it drifts, it rolls, it sucks, but it's awesome for racing. Everyone has the same problem. If you can adapt, come to it, and it makes you can lean on people, you can bump. It's super fun class. So I would like to see it just stay on the stock tire, but
Yeah, we are our own worst enemy, so we need to leave it alone. At least leave this alone. It's good the way it is. Um,
yep,
Everybody's got the same box. Well, how fast can you make it?
yep. I don't want to
But
get too far off this YouTube thing. I'm still curious. So you have the followers. You obviously understand algorithms and stuff, but your videos are like long format content.
yeah,
So like I've noticed in our stuff, like if doing like short reels or shorts on YouTube or TikToks, it's very easy to get the views in those short formats. But
yeah.
those long 10 to 30-minute videos is very hard to get watch time on. How do
That
you pull it off?
that's what I need to work on. Some videos, maybe if I'm more well rested or whatever, because I'm squeezing these things out like the day before or
Mm-hmm.
maybe 2 days. I don't really spend a lot of time editing. Um,
Yeah.
like tomorrow, I'm gonna make a video and I'm gonna post it tomorrow. I normally do a Sunday video at 12, but we didn't record anything today. It's just a review for a car that got sent to me. It's pretty easy to do, but I'm still going to be able to squeeze a probably 15, 20-minute video reviewing this car. And I do everything 100% with my phone,
Oh yeah.
um,
Yep.
editing and everything. Um, but I need to get better utilizing my computer. I've got a computer that'll do it, but I just haven't had time because like I say, I'm pumping them out 1 or 2 days. I don't have any backlog of any kind of footage or content to be able to lean on and edit later.
Yeah.
Um, it's hard to do that and work a full time job.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but like I said, trying to get part of the algorithm is retention. They want people watching past 30 seconds, and then how much of a percentage of the video are they watching?
Yep.
And that's where advertisers come in. If you want to get ad dollars, is um, you have to have that retention because they has to be there to watch the commercial when it comes up or see
Right.
the ad, whatever pops up. Um, Mine are not great, but that's probably why our fund's not great either. But we're only averaging, I don't know, probably 5 minutes of paint or viewing time. But paint videos are the worst because people want to see the finished product.
Yeah. Just skip to the end.
There's a handful of people that want to see the process, but then most part they want to see what you do, then
Mm.
want to see what it looks like.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. It's yeah, a couple things. Like so I do a lot of video like at our shop. We have like 3 phones. I have have you used the Meta Ray-Bans yet?
I have not. One of my buddies I used to work with, has got them, and he is wearing them, driving them to work, painting cars. He's a painter too, and he's at work wearing them in the booth. He's
Yeah.
got Google glasses or something. He's got off of Amazon or something.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I bought the Meta Ray-Bans and they're awesome. That's what I
yeah,
do a lot of like our race videos with. Because it's awkward to like, walk around with like a GoPro or have like a GoPro mounted to your head or chest or whatever. So you wear the
that's
glasses, looks regular, and you get a lot more
right.
like candid shots and like viewpoints. Because when you pull out a camera, everyone scatters.
Everybody clams up when the camera comes out, and I'm just as guilty of it. Or you try to police yourself and not say anything too bad, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell people to trust me with the editing. I'm not going to make you look bad. I'm not going to put any kind of bad content out there because it'll keep me
Yeah.
from getting in trouble too. But if we're talking shop and talking crap at the track, we'll leave some of it
Yeah.
in there, but to a
Yeah.
certain extent.
Yeah. That's what I try to do. Like, I'll, and you probably may have seen some of them. Like, I'll keep like the funny clips of stuff, but if it's like really talking crap, I usually
Oh,
cut it out just because,
it ain't gonna fly. No,
yeah, it's worth the drama.
not
Not worth
safe for workspace.
But yeah, we film like a ton of stuff at work. We film like almost all the races that we go to, but half of it I never post because I just don't get to a chance to sit down and edit it all together. So I have
Yeah,
a 3 terabyte hard drive of fucking random
just
videos,
stuff.
races,
Like
shop
I said, I don't
stuff.
have any of that. I don't save anything. I can never go back and like some of these guys do the in review video at the end of the year. I'm sorry, I
Yeah,
don't have it. I post it. It's on my phone. I put it up. It's gone.
yeah.
So I'm still roughing it in
it's
that
like,
sense.
it's something where like if we get like another COVID or something, I'll have a lot of stuff to do in my downtime.
Yes. I
Hopefully,
got a better perspective. If I ever have enough free time, I'll definitely be pushing it hard if that's the case. If we ever have enough free time.
yeah, because
Um,
you do a couple of videos a week, right?
Try to do 2 a week. I if it sucks, I'm doing 2. I don't care if I'm putting something out. That's why I went
Yeah.
back to just doing update videos on Wednesday because I can kind of wing that.
Yep.
I was trying to do something every week, and that was driving me nuts. I mean, it started turning into a job where I feel like I got to get this body painted by Wednesday so I can get a video up, or if I got to get it painted by Tuesday. Then I'm
Hmm.
trying to get a Sunday video out. So basically, as soon as I get my Sunday video, I got to turn right around and start working on another one, and it
Yeah.
turned into a full time thing. So I chopped that down to just Wednesdays, just me here BSing about what's going on and what we plan on doing.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, I try to do something, whether it's running a car, racing somewhere, a car show, painting a body, building something.
Hmm.
Um, I am currently working on a long form video for the vintage race coming up in January. That's going to be, we're trying to do it a little bit different and not have all of the drawn out build video, just trying to time lapse the build, maybe even time lapse some of the paint. And then the car is going to be the big deal at the end. It's going to be something that, with all these vintage races going on, I haven't seen anybody recreate this particular car yet.
Yeah.
Um, but that's my goal with that one is just trying to keep it under wraps until January, which is I'm terrible with that because I get something done, I want to post it out if I think it's cool. And
Right. Yeah, I hear you.
we're trying to do that amongst still trying to do the other stuff and get videos out.
Mhm.
And one of the
Well,
other tricks of YouTube, once you get involved in it a little bit more, it's just like on Meta. You can buy promotional time.
mhm.
You can promote your videos, and that helps a lot. Um, you might get a ton of subscribers, but they don't come back. I don't know what it
Yeah.
is. I'm still getting like 70% of my viewers aren't even subscribed, and my subscriber count just steadily goes up if I promote a video.
Right.
And I'm not throwing a lot of money. I'm throwing like $10 at it or $20, and run
Mhm.
it for a week, and you'll see your subscriber count grow, and but it hurts your algorithm some because the retention. You know,
Yeah.
it might be just a bunch of people in random countries that don't even know what the hell's going on, and they just watch it for like 30 seconds and they turn it.
Right.
So that kills your, that's where I'm down to like 4 minutes, 3 minutes on some of these videos that are 20 minutes long
Yeah.
on
It's
average.
yeah, that's like a debate I get in with people all the time about followers and stuff. Like it's different for us because we sell product. So like to me, a high follower count isn't as important as
Yeah.
like a quality follower count. Like I
Same
want the
deal.
people to follow to be actually interested in what we're doing because
Yep.
hopefully buy something at some point.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the same deal. I mean, you're selling your, like, I don't know, your character, your personality, because it's hard to explain how that works on this end
yeah,
of just, I wouldn't say it entertaining, but I guess it's educational entertaining somewhat. But you're selling yourself in a sense because you're
mhm.
like some of these big guys are just characters. I mean, I stumbled in on a Cletus behind the scenes. We just walked up there while they were filming one day. We were in Florida at the time. I wanted to go see the track, and one of the guys running the track that was prepping and said, "Little birdie says Cletus is going to be here in a little while. Don't tell him I said so." And so we didn't play fans or anything. We just stood back and watched them, and they were just over there just acting and hamming it up and dude, bro, and all this at each other. And it looked
Yeah,
so weird. They're all holding their phones at each other and telling, acting it out. But that's on the other end when you're watching it, it's entertaining because you're like seeing the reactions and it's all fun and everybody's having a good time. And that's where I struggle. I'm not
yeah,
that person. I'm just
yeah,
me, and
yeah.
I'll take me as far as it'll take me.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable for sure to do, especially in public.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a pretty, I guess, introverted person naturally, so I'm much of the same. I try to tell myself like it's awkward to do, um, but everybody does it, so it's not weird. It just feels
Yes.
weird. And like a
Yeah,
lot
my
of people who
heart's
watch know who you are, like as a person, so they don't think anything of it.
right. And that's the way I was. I was always weirded out seeing myself, but I don't know what, a little light turned on or whatever, but as I realized, like, this is how the world sees me. It
Mhm.
is what it is. You know, I see myself and I get really weirded out or awkward about it. But at the same time, if I go talk to anybody in public or anything, that's how they see me. So it doesn't matter. So I kind of finally got over that, and it's gotten a little better. But
Yeah, I like
that's
your video style because I put on YouTube mainly when I'm doing like website updates or just like messing with learning some new stuff in like Illustrator or something. And I put YouTube on like my second screen. And I like your videos for the sense that they are pretty raw and they're like I said, mentioned like a Bob Ross joke earlier, but it's kind of like that, but for like stuff that I'm actually interested in. Like it's not like action packed like a Cletus video or something where like you keep looking away and getting sidetracked. Like I can just kind of follow along, listen. The time goes by nice and quick. So I like them just because, yeah, it's not crazy and stuff blowing up.
yeah. I'm not. Yeah. Wait. Whoa. Check it out. Uh,
So yeah, I think it's
I'll
cool.
have to ham it up a little bit for this video tomorrow, but not really. I had a company send me a car, just want me to run it and jump it and all that good stuff. And they give some of these Chinese companies are funny. They'll give you a script.
All right.
They'll give you talking points on what they want you to hit on. Yeah, I'll do it for a free car and I'll run it. Man.
Yeah.
But that's how I got my batteries from my big sand car over here. Was I had to show them the battery and you know talk some specs and then go out and run it. That's all I had to do. But they gave me a little script.
Are you gonna read it in Chinese?
I don't read Firecracker too good, so
that'll,
so um,
that'll really mess your algorithm up.
it is funny talking to some of the people from other countries how they try to. The translation gets a little lost. It's funny,
Yeah.
but it is cool that some of them are reaching out. And it's connection with another guy, another channel that we got hooked up with in Canada, another RC guy, Poor Boys. Um, that all started with doing a speedrun challenge with these cheap Tamiya cars,
Mhm.
getting a turd and see how fast you can make it. Um, so we've been doing that for 2 years, and that's always fun. We had a grasshopper and we went 76 this year. And that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, saw that one.
But yeah, he's kind of the same deal. We kind of come from the same roots. He's a body shop guy. He's pretty much full time YouTubing now, but he's the struggle. We talked back and forth a little bit about it, and he said about how to deal with some of the companies, and it's definitely it's a strange business, and it's strange to me because like I said, I'm kind of the introvert too, and just always been shy with the camera and even hearing my own voice, but
Mhm.
uh, it's different. I don't know. I hope it would turn into something, but the subject matter, I don't think it's going to go but so far. Hobby
Yeah.
and RC stuff is what it is. That's another thing that plays with the YouTube is subject matter.
Mhm.
Depending on the subject matter is how the ad dollars get spread out.
Yeah.
And something with retirement or health or something like that's going to have more money behind it than somebody playing with a car.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it probably. I don't know. I'm not. I don't ever look at it from the monetizing aspect for us. Like you said, we're just trying to sell products. So I typically try not to do all of our content like pushing a product. Like
right.
like to see just like things being made or just like the people in the shop like having their own personality. I think those videos do the best
Yeah.
as view count goes. But we do monetize on in Meta, and we do okay with that. It's not like I definitely wouldn't be able to like live off of it or anything. I think we
Right.
make $200 a month or something, which is whatever.
Yeah.
It's cool. We just put it in the bank account. Like it's
Yeah,
free.
that's about what we do. And I just flip it over and buy something. I bought this little cheap roll of carpet and laid it in the shop here. We'll run some micros this winter. Um,
So
Next month, I just want to get some parts to work on a project that we're going to work on for the spring, sand scorcher project. And,
mm-hmm.
it's just stuff like that. It goes right back into the channel. It's not really. I mean, I harp on it some, but I try catch myself because it does get frustrating sometimes because you're working hard and it ain't really. You don't feel like it's paying off, but it is when you see the people coming back. I do have a few hardcore fans that want to see stuff, and we go back and forth a little bit, and that's really cool.
I mean, people buy your
Again,
merch.
I'm not that person either. I'm not trying to be somebody. I just want to do my thing.
Yeah. I mean, people buy your merchandise, which is everybody wants to have merchandise, but I don't think people realize people will say they want your merchandise, I should say.
Yes.
But will they actually pay money for it? Or will they just take it if you give it to them for free?
Yeah. What you got? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that's what another guy was talking about with merchandise was um, if you want to use that as a money maker, that's pretty much another job altogether. That's what you do for a living. So that's what's I couldn't do that. I couldn't buy 50 shirts or 500 shirts from you and then try to sell them. I would have no time to do that.
Yeah.
So that's a whole nother genre, a whole nother segment. If you like some of the channels, some of the car channels I watch, um, Puddin's Fab Shop's one of them. I've been watching him for 5 years more, and he's making a living off of merch, but he's doing merch pretty much as a job,
Yeah.
and that's I don't have time to do that. I
Yeah.
don't see how people can do it. So I need my middleman. So.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, for like I would say a small YouTube channel comparative to like someone like Cletus. I mean, you sell a decent amount of it. I mean, just, I don't know exact numbers, but I always see them being printed every now and then, which is more
Yeah,
than,
I don't know. A lot of people don't respond, or I don't really have any way to track it. Um, I know a few close friends that buy stuff on occasion.
yeah.
In that video you posted up the other day, I seen the pink shirt going out, and that wasn't me.
Yeah.
I ordered two of these, a hoodie and a shirt. It's hoodie weather here now. But
Do you ever see them in
yeah,
public?
randomly, but it's people I know, which is
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Um, I mean, we'll go to the same car show or something, and I'll see my shirt. Now, one of my coworkers, he was wearing his, and some random person come up to him talking about it, and then
Yeah.
I've run into a few people out and about that recognize me at places like if I'm at a certain event. Um, if I'm at mainly is at the truck shows up in, we run a big truck show up in April in Maggie Valley, and
Mhm.
I run into a couple people up there. They're RC people too. A lot of the mini truck people are just like, they're car guys, so they mess with RC stuff too.
Yeah.
And so it
It's,
relates. And
yeah. It's,
I try to incorporate the RC stuff with my truck shows and car shows. I try to do a
yeah.
little bit just to keep my core crowd happy.
Yep.
So
Yeah. It's a cool crossover. I mean, anyone, yeah. Like you said, anyone that's really into like cars or motorsports has some either tie-in or interest or curiosity of RC stuff.
yeah,
So it's a good crossover for sure.
but I'm about 40 years deep in the RC stuff, and I don't see any end to it anytime soon. I guess along the lines when your dad was racing, and I guess he come to King a few times.
Yep.
That might have been when I was in a hiatus there for a little while in the mid
Mhm.
'90s.
Yeah.
Because I was right out of high school, girlfriend, driver's license. Who cares about RC cars for a little while there? Uh, but then it all came back full circle. It really all started back when the Slash came out, of all things.
Yeah.
We had a big track in Charlotte, and they had a rental truck program, and I went down and rented one. Next day, I'm not buying one, and
Hmm.
then come to find out that there's a concrete track just a few more miles down the road. The Grove was still racing, and that's they were running breakout. They were the originators of breakout in this area,
Okay.
and they were running breakout truck and car on the Grove, which is a pretty bumpy, kind of a high bank bowl super speedway.
Yeah.
Smaller than King, but it had its own. It was pretty. I liked it. I didn't mind the bumps,
Yeah.
but that was around 2008, 9 when we discovered that track, rediscovered it, I guess, because I was running another track in South Carolina that had been long closed since then. But um, I guess that's what got the bug going too, trying to get King going, and the stars aligned. That was I kept telling people these are the good old days again, so
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
We all talk about the past, how awesome it was back in the '90s, and here we are again. And let's enjoy it because it may not last. And unfortunately, the building got sold, and we couldn't quite justify buying it, or I know I couldn't. But Chris that
Yeah.
owned the track, he at the end he took over and opened the carpet track, the road, and we just couldn't. The hobby shop wasn't big enough to sustain buying the building, and you can't rely on entry fees.
Right. Yeah. I'll
So
have to dig up. So when my grandfather Ron passed away, I came across a collection of cassettes and like DVDs from like camcorders and shit.
yep.
And there's a whole bunch of old race footage from. I think there's some King stuff in there, just like a bunch of cap tire racing stuff. So I'll have to find a way
You
to.
need to get that put on a stick. Send that to memory box or whoever does that, and get that fixed
Yeah.
up. Because
Is that how you do that?
yeah, all of mine was on a. My dad muscled around that big over the shoulder VHS, full size VHS camera around King and other tracks, and that's what I had. And then we got years later, we got it converted to DVD. I think some of like CVS and Walgreens places were doing it at one point, and
Yeah.
got them put on DVD. And this was back when I had a disk drive in my computer, and that's how I uploaded them to YouTube back then. And
Okay.
I still got all of them on CD, but
Yeah. Some
or
of them
DVD.
are DVD and some of them are on like little tapes. I don't even have a way to play DVD.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't need it anymore. I went and bought a $30 DVD player to hook to my shop TV because I had a DVD of the 1989 Roar Dirt Oval Nationals that
Okay.
was here local back then. And I was there attending it, watching it, but I wasn't there. But somebody recorded it, and then somebody through somebody had it converted. And then I actually played it in 30-minute segments and recorded it with my phone on my TV, and I posted it up on my YouTube channel just for history purposes. It's terrible. It's
Yeah.
grainy. It's got the lines, and the audio's terrible. But just seeing that from back then, I'm sorry, but this is all we got. But it's cool just seeing it.
Yeah.
Cliff Lett was there, and that's when they debuted the stealth transmission. He won Dirt Oval and Mod running an RC10.
Yeah.
One of our local guys won stock. Um, all the Dominators out there running. That was always the show around here, to go see the Dominators when the Dominator class come up to watch them cars go. But
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have to find a way to do that. I've been meaning to do that for 5 years now.
just send it off and forget it again, and when they come back,
Yeah.
yeah, that stuff's getting lost and forgotten. And as a
It's
matter of
crazy.
fact, my oldest daughter, her boyfriend lived in King his whole life. I mean, he never even knew that. He knew of the hobby shop, but he never knew the track was there, and he had to drive basically past it to get to his house,
Oh, really?
and never even realized it. Even back when we had it running in 2012 and through 19, and never even dawned on him that there was an RC track. Of course, the shop didn't really do a lot of advertising and didn't like paint RC racing on the side of the building. It was just a great building. But if
Yeah.
you were driving down the highway, you could see the speedway from the highway once
Yeah.
they cleared the trees out. But
Yeah.
either way, it's a forgotten thing, unfortunately. But there's a few concrete tracks still operating around here somewhat. There's one in Georgia,
Yeah.
and then a few velodromes, I guess, in California. But
Yeah. I saw there's a bunch of not a bunch, two or three like notable carpet bank tracks being built.
yeah,
That's
I've already checked that one out in Illinois. It's like an 11-hour drive.
oh
It
yeah.
might be worth flying to that one. Uh, then another one popped up. I don't know where it's at.
Yeah.
That Thunderdome, that's the one in Illinois.
Yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, I saw a new one like a week or so ago. I didn't get really a chance to really look at it. I saw it pop up and I was busy and I didn't really do any digging, but it looked massive.
yeah. I'd like to go to that one in Illinois just because that's where I was. That's where I was born. And I've never been back since I was 2.
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting to see
Yeah.
some of that. And we were on the fence about maybe going to Chili Bowl this year, but not participating, but just going to watch.
Yeah.
But it's running tight with that off-road vintage races like the week before, and we're pretty committed to that. Even though I'm not an off-road racer, all these Riri's coming out, it's got me, I guess, reliving some childhood again.
Yeah.
So I got half a dozen of those I'm working on.
Yeah. Yeah. If you end up going to Chili Bowl, let me know, because I got a couple of guys that we sponsor that'll be there. I'm sure they can get you something.
It's in the same building, is it, as the full-size cars?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you just go one side or the other whenever the event's going on.
Yeah. Either in the same building or there's like two buildings side by side, and
like the same complex or fairgrounds, whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool to go to. I just don't know. I don't know. Racing over that is longer than like 2, maybe 3 days, I'm just not really that interested in doing anymore.
Yeah, I just one of them deals like I want to do it just to say I did.
Yeah.
Just bucket list things. Like I've never been to Snowbirds, and of all these years, just never had the money for it. But I need to do it one time. I need to experience it. Chris Smith, our local hero here, the multi-champion, national champion guy, he's like, man, we just need to go and run like something like whatever that rubber tire 12 scale class, and maybe run Legends cars. Just go down there and experience it. Don't sit there and stress out about trying to be fast or anything. Just go out there and experience it and have fun.
Yeah, I've never been to it either. Mainly just because like that's the exact thing. It's what, like 4.5 days long now.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just getting.
You don't sleep for about at least 3 of those.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just not for me.
Yeah.
I like racing. I am competitive, but only for so long.
Well, I'm in the same boat right now. I mean, I thought I was hardcore on a budget, and I would go to some of these events and not prepared like last week. And my car's been sitting here 10 days since the race, and I ain't touched it. I got all these ideas and things that were going to tell me. I was all excited that day, and here it is, still sitting here not touched. So,
yeah, I feel you. So what's in the future for the Guru Worlds channel and you personally? Anything big?
I think I'm just going to keep doing what we're doing. I don't foresee it. Like I said, I don't foresee it ever being a job, or as far as being able to make a living on it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just keep doing it, keep pushing it, and see what happens. I mean, I just want to see how far we can get being myself. I keep saying hour because I got friends helping me do this stuff, but I guess this is my hobby now. Since I don't do the hardcore racing, I just come out here and force myself to stay in tune with what's going on and still have fun with it. It's still fun. I'm not trying to make it miserable, but personally, I just want to get to retirement age and maybe be able to do this more or travel more. I really want to go out and see some of these tracks and stuff that I've never been able to. I don't know if some of these, I was just thinking about today, like Stormer Hobbies, that dude has got a garage full of vintage pan cars, and I don't know if he would be open to possibly letting people see that. But Bob Stormer is kind of wild. He's got all kinds of cool stuff from all the years. But it's out in Montana. Me and the wife would like to go out and see Montana one time. Yeah, it'd be cool to see that at the same time. I don't know. A lot of bucket list items I'd like to do.
That'd be neat.
I want to see the salt flats one time, but I say that's not real fun to watch because you got to park. The grandstands are like 5 miles away from where they actually run, but you can still see them.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess the car going past you at 500 miles an hour, you need to be far enough away from it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to come up your way and race. I want to come up to Ohio. How far is that for y'all? I mean, y'all drive over to what's that? Where the firecrackers at?
Yeah, it's in Burbank, Ohio. It's like 3.5 hours.
That ain't too bad.
Until the track that just opened locally, which is like a cool, fun track, but it's not like the competitive track. It's not black carpet. It's not perfectly smooth. So like as far as like learning anything that you would apply to like a big race, it's not really for that.
No, that's just somewhere to go.
So Norcar is probably our local track, other than the great carpet track that we have. So then it's about 3.5 hours. We go there 4 or 5 times a year, probably.
Yeah.
It's a super fun place. Do you know Wayne Gerber?
No, only person I know from up there is Jimmy McKinley. That
Yeah,
he's a
yeah,
character.
yeah.
He's come to King quite a bit. He's got family down here, so
Yeah.
um,
I don't know if he races anymore. I think I saw that he quit or retired
yeah,
or
I think he goes in and out with the full scale cars.
yeah.
But yeah, I was coming up there one time. Like I say, I've only been through Canada or through Ohio and New York because my first wife was from Canada,
Okay.
and I drive through Buffalo, that area, a few times. But um, I guess that's where me and Ron got somewhat of a relationship because we were talking back and forth. That was when my first wife was really ill, and he was really cool about just sending me some encouraging, messages and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was pretty neat.
Yeah. Yeah. He was yeah, that was he was
Seemed like he was a fun guy to be around. I hate
yeah.
that I never got to experience that.
Yeah, he was probably the coolest guy ever. He was never really like a bummer, never really angry, always pretty positively mindset. That's actually when we kind of got out of racing in like 2008ish, 7ish, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And then in 2012, 2013, when I started doing Carpies, we started selling like RC stuff, and I started racing again, and he went with me. Like we started kind of traveling. We did like a lot of the Hooters tour races and stuff, and we just went. Just the two of us were going out, and then after about a year or two of that, we kind of convinced my dad to start racing again, which he says he didn't want to do, but it didn't take him
Look at
very
him now.
yeah, it didn't take him very long to get full board back into it. So yeah, he definitely miss him for sure. He's a different person than any other person I've ever known. As far as like his personality, he's always no one ever really had a bad thing. Anyone that passes away, like no one ever has anything really bad to say after that. But I never really heard anyone say anything bad, even when he was around. So
That's
definitely
cool.
a unique person for sure.
Yeah, I seen some of his posts cutting tires or something one day. Had a
Yeah,
stack of tires.
yeah, yeah. He loved racing, whether it was RC or go karts or NASCAR, F1. When
That was
Speed
my dad
Challenge,
too. My dad was he was my PR man, I guess, because I was a
yeah,
shy kid, an introvert,
yep,
and he was out always talking to the guys, the fast guys, and getting tips or getting a set of tires or a body or a motor or something.
mm,
So
yep,
he liked going to watch and be part of the show. It wasn't so much working on a car. Never really wanted to drive one. He tried one time, but it was just a one and done deal. So he just wanted to be there and be part of the show
yep,
and talk smack with all the other old guys.
yep, yep.
But
Yeah, it's tough, but it overall he made you a better person. Like
yep,
ever since he passed away, I like get in situations where I'll get like mad or frustrated, and I like stop and kind of think about like how would he handle that situation.
yeah, it's not that big a deal. It's
Yeah,
all right.
the little car. So, all right, man. Well, it's good chatting with you.
Yeah, good. Finally, actually talk to you.
Yeah, I think it's cool what you're doing. I obviously encourage you to keep doing it. Like I said, I enjoy them. It's different content than what a lot of the stuff I typically watch. It's a lot more laid back and kind of zen. So I enjoy it. I mean, you have cool talents that you get to kind of see. Like you see, a lot of people see like those finished, cool looking bodies, but like you said, don't know really what goes into those. I mean, I have a rough idea because my dad does some paint work here and there, but so I understand like the complexity and the prep work and the masking, and I've seen all that. But it's cool to watch someone of your talent do it. Um,
I'm
and
glad it's coming across that way.
yeah,
I try to just do it as a hey, you're hanging out and painting a body. We're not
Yeah.
playing, showing you the rules and getting all hyped up or anything. Just being ourselves and doing our thing.
Yeah. It's cool. Well, if you ever do come out to Ohio, New York area, and let me know.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I definitely want to make it up to NorCar and try it. Maybe one of these big events coming up. It's not that I don't mind a car trip. It
Yeah.
ain't nothing for me to drive 10 hours. So
Yeah.
uh,
The firecracker is a good one because I mean it's in the middle of summer, so it's kind of we don't get to race much in the summer because it's
yeah,
we only get summer for like 3 months of the year, so we try to really enjoy it when we can. But so everybody comes out to that, and I think last year it was like 120, 130 something entries or something.
yeah,
I'm sure Jimmy
that's
will.
a good turnout for a summer race because most carpet guys are done by April.
Yeah. So yeah, every year it grows more and more. So it's cool that Jimmy started it, and the guys at Norcar kind of continued it once he stepped out a little bit. So
Good
it's
deal.
definitely one of the good ones. It's the crew there is super awesome because they're laid back, but it
Yeah,
like keep it like serious enough. There's tech and like they keep that, but like the guys who run the track, they joke a lot. Like it's just that's my favorite track to go to. It's
yeah.
honestly the only thing that probably keeps me like interested in like competitive racing is going there and racing because it's just fun. I mean, even if you're doing shitty, they keep it fun and
Right.
light.
It is what it is. We're playing with toy cars, guys. Let's have fun.
So cool. Well, if you make it out, let me know. And
Will do.
you want to drop your channel on here real quick before we head out?
Yeah, Guru's World. I don't know if I have anything, but it's OK Paint Guy 2, at OK Paint Guy 2. We'll try to have a video out 2 times a week, and it's just random RC stuff, car show stuff, paint stuff. So maybe some racing. Racing does well. I need to keep more of that going. So,
Yeah, I noticed that too with some of our stuff. But
uh,
oh, and don't forget we have the Guru's World merch on the carpies.com.
yep.
You head over to the online store section of the website. You'll see RC brands. If you click on there, it'll have not only his stuff, but a lot of other RC brands. I know we got like Nick Bell, Ovalworks just joined. So we got a whole handful of other brands and affiliates on there with merch as well. So check
I've
it out.
bought a few of your other shirts on there, some of your Pemberton and some Putnam Race. And
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool that a lot of those guys have gotten on board with that. I think that platform works really well for our C brands.
yeah,
They're not a lot of those like oval brands aren't huge brands like an Associated or something. So it's a cool way for them to be able to get their merch out without tying up a bunch of resources to stock them themselves. So
the
kind of
made to order makes life so much easier for
yeah,
people like us.
yeah,
So,
it's cool. It's cool that the technology's gotten to that point where a shop like ours can kind of do that, and you don't need to.
right, you can just stop midstream and pump somebody else's shirt out right when you're doing the other ones, not have to change all the screens and all that stuff out.
Yeah, it's super cool. So maybe we'll do a video of that as well.
Yeah.
And we're also going to post our video of our truck wrap, the one that made me late today. So you can check it out. All right, Greg. Well, it's cool
My
catching.
Sunday video is gonna be late, so yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, well, it's cool catching up, and I'm sure we'll probably do this again sometime because we got
Yeah,
some.
definitely. Well, maybe we can meet up at a track one of these races, and that would be a cool little collaboration deal.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Just put it
Yeah,
in your calendar. Just make it. Just do what my wife makes me do, and put it in your calendar that you're going to Norcar in
I
July.
got the life calendar too. Says I get notifications about at least once a week something we're doing that I didn't know about.
Well, she
So,
does. She tells me if it's something I want to do, just to put it in the calendar, even if it's 6 months from now, because it's in there and it's a plan. The
yeah,
ticket is to buy the hotel room in advance without refund. Then you're committed.
right. Yeah, we're going.
All right, man. I'll catch you later.
All right, we'll see you.
Yep. Bye.
See you.